Hi guys, Master Indigo here. Today we are going to be talking about Overkill The Walking Dead once again. This week it has been available in the first open beta, well, kinda open beta, but still closed, because you need a code or you need to pre-order the game. I was fortunate enough to get a code from Overkill, so I didn't have to pre-order the game just in order to play the beta. Which is kind of unfortunate you have to do, but Alienware and some other sites have been giving away some beta codes, and there's 2 more days left of this beta, and there's gonna be the third period of beta next weekend, and currently the beta has 2 different missions, and they're gonna add 2 more in the last part of the beta. Hopefully I'm able to try those out as well, but this video will be focusing around what I've been experiencing in those 2 missions and so on. Not gonna be talking too much about them, you can watch other videos on them. Just gonna be talking about everything regarding beta and what is going to be happening during the launch of the game and seasons, whatever. So this gameplay is one of my first games, so in the background, I mean, so don't expect anything high level there. I'm absolutely clueless on what to do. There's traps everywhere, and I still walk into those quite often, so hopefully I can get a little bit better at spotting those traps so I don't sit in them. So first things first, I feel like the first initial loading whenever you start the game and start your first mission, holy moly, that loading screen is so long. I have the game installed on SSD, it's still quite long. I can't even imagine what it would be in like with a normal hard drive. I feel like this was a similar case for Raid World War II. The initial load-in was super slow, even though this is not using the Diesel engine, this is using Unreal Engine now. And after that, the loading screens between missions and everything like that are still kinda long, but not even nearly long as the first one. So it shouldn't be by PC because I have i7-7700K, yeah, I guess that's the model. SSD, and if graphics card matters, then it's 1070 GTX and 16 gigs of DDR4. So my PC should be well equipped for any modern games, especially I'm playing at 1080p. As you can see on the gameplay there, my FPS fluctuates between 60 to 80, mostly on the 70s most of the time, and sometimes dropping below 60. This is at 1080p, everything maxed out, what is available in the beta, so ultra settings, I'm quite happy how it runs actually. It feels sometimes a little bit sluggish, the frame rate is a little bit lower than I would like, but if I turn out the graphics to something like high, I have no complaints. Ultra settings in video games is just something you can brag about, and my computer can run ultra graphics, but usually the difference between high and ultra is so minimal, it's not worth the sacrifice of those extra frames. So most of the time, as you can see, the FPS marker is there on the corner all the time, so you can see whenever it drops. But I'm quite happy on 1080p performance. But with this PC, I should be able to play with 1440p with at least these frames. So as this is beta, the game is not too far away from launch, but there's still some time to do some small fixes. I'm not sure optimization wise if there's anything they can do, but there's settings that are missing from the game. So there's no FOV slider. Well, there is a FOV slider, but it doesn't go above 70. And I feel like 70 in a PC game is way too low. You can see the gameplay I'm playing in the background is 70. And I feel like it's a little bit cluttered, and I hope there's gonna be something that makes the weapon models a little bit smaller, because the weapon wheel models are quite large, blocking the screen quite a bit. Payday 2 has some mods, so you can actually customize that, but it's gonna take a while for Overkill The Walking Dead to get something like that, at least I think so, because it's a different engine. So people have to figure out how to mod this game, and even if it's possible in the same degree as Diesel Engine. I mean, Diesel Engine was supposed to be unmoddable back whenever Payday 2 came out. The developers and everybody said that Diesel Engine is unmoddable, and now look how many mods for Payday 2 we have. Thousands and thousands. So anyways, this is Unreal 4 engine, as I've mentioned multiple times, so it should be a little bit easier to mod. At least there's modding tools and so on. They are not going to officially support it, same as Payday 2 from the beginning, but maybe later on down the line they will add some official tools that will help out with how the game works. modding wise and so on. One other thing is rebinding keys. That's still something that's missing. And for people who play with something else than WASD, I play with WASD, so that's fine for me. But rebinding keys is something every game should have. I mean, seriously, it's gonna take not too long to code that in if you don't even have it. I'm quite confident that Unreal 4 would have that by default. So I have no idea why they took it out. Everything else, I feel it's quite nice, I do like the game a lot more now that I've got to play it. The E3 gameplay we saw, it's been what? 4 months already. Jesus Christ. Anyways, 4 months ago, that game looked quite worrying. I feel like this is already much improved than what it was during E3. The first person animations are alright. Whenever you're looking at somebody else, their movement is kind of jaggy. The transition between animation is not smooth, and I feel like that could use some improvements. And then I'm not sure if that can be done by launch. It's not anything that breaks the immersion of a video game too much, but it's a little bit weird. The game has been in development for so long time, and they still are. I kind of say not on the level of an AAA product, which this is priced at. I think it's $60, but it's 50 euros, so in Euro region it's a little bit below AAA games. Those are usually 60 euros, but 50 euros, it's almost the same. Content-wise, I'm not sure how long the missions are gonna be. The 2 missions we have in this, other one is the objective-based gameplay that you see in the background, and the other one is kind of defend yourself from the Horde. The developers did show us what we would be getting at launch, and it was a little bit more missions than just the 2. So in the beta, you should be having about 10% of the content, and I hope that whatever we have in the full game is gonna be as high quality as the gameplay in the background. Because this mission I really enjoyed a lot. I think this was Hell or High Water, the mission name, if I remember correctly. Anyways, I'm sure some of you already know what the missions are called and so on. But the other Horde mission, defending yourself, placing barricades and so on, that was a little bit lackluster. I don't like that game mode nearly as much as the objective-based game mode. I do enjoy the game a lot. It has tons of potential. It has been in development for forever. It shows there's some issues here and there. But to be honest, when I saw the E3 gameplay, I was like, oh really? This doesn't really look too great, but maybe it can be good, entertaining with friends. Now that I've played for some hours, I can say I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. It runs okay, could run better, but I'm getting my 60 FPS, that's all I need. But I know that many people don't have as good PC as I do and are not going to be getting the same frames. So hopefully some minor adjustments to the optimization can be made. Some balance issues always gonna happen with weapons. Currently the human enemies, not the walkers, the human enemies are quite strong. I feel like those should be a threat, but currently they are just insane. And the beta, if I'm correct, only has the normal difficulty, which is the easiest difficulty, and even that is kind of challenging, especially if you get alerted by the Horde, which is something you can see in the upper corner. Sorry, not corner, upper in the middle. You can see this marker with 3 little dots. If you make too much noise, you will alert the Horde, and when it's at level 3, the whole map will be filled with zombies. Well, sorry, walkers, and you are basically confirmed to get overrun. Unless you are a really good team. And this is just the normal difficulty. I can't even imagine whether it's gonna be on hard, very hard, or overkill difficulties. And those are the difficulties that the game is gonna have at launch. So as I was saying, the game is gonna come out, or the additional content is gonna come out in seasons. Whether this is gonna be a season pass, or if like that is unconfirmed at this point. The Season 1 is gonna be from the game launch to a few months after that, and Season 2 is gonna be until June 2019. And the developers have confirmed that Season 1 and Season 2 are what you're gonna be getting for free. So you're gonna be getting free updates without having to buy DLC for June 2019, so that's kinda great. You're gonna get more content. First few updates are hopefully gonna be free, and I don't think they're gonna launch any paid DLC during that time. Maybe they are, but who knows. So it's always nice that they are bringing at least some free content, and it's gonna be like 6-7 months of free content before they're gonna be dropping out the paid DLCs. and whatever that's gonna be is left to be a mystery so far. But anyways, this is just some of my first impressions of the beta. It's actually better than I expected. Still needs some work done, but with any great luck, it's gonna be an entertaining game I could see myself playing for quite many hours. I'm not sure if as many as Payday 2. Payday 2 has so much content. I've played over 1,000 hours. I don't even remember the exact hours. I know many people have played more, but for me that's my most played game by far. And maybe this one can count. Maybe I can get a few hundred hours of this at best. Depends just how much content there is and how much content is being added, how well made that content is, and if I'm enjoying the game. What do you guys think of the beta so far? Have you been playing it? Did you get access to the beta? Have you pre-ordered the game? Are you excited? Anyways, I'll try to make a video of the second part of the beta next weekend whenever there's 2 more maps, and if anything I mentioned here has been fixed, such as the FOV slider, bindable keys and so on. But I'm not sure. I'm visiting home next weekend for just 1 night, so I might not have time to record any videos. So if not, then 2 weeks from now I should have a video about this, or not. I don't make any promises while I'm in the army, because really I don't know if I'm able to make videos, but I should be able, but that's it. I should be able. If I'm able, I will do a video. Anyways, this is it for this video. This was kind of unscripted, so sorry if I jabbled about the same things over and over again. I just don't have time to focus on scripts and anything like that while I'm in the army. So I should be getting out in about 2 months. A little less actually, unless nothing else happens in my life. So after that I hope to get in the schedule in the YouTube again, and hopefully get a little more videos about Payday 2, Overkill, The Walking Dead, and maybe return Payday 2 mod showcases and so on, because those take quite a bit of time to edit, but I'd like to return those. Anyways, I've been chabbling for too long now. I hope you guys are all having a good day. Tell me in the comments about what you think of the game, what do you want to see in the future updates of the game, and so on. Hope you guys are all having a good day. I'll see you next time. Master Indigo, signing out.